My name's Neil Cattle. I work for Plus, which is a social enterprise, and I have responsibility for learning disability and neurodivergent services. And part of that is around supporting young people into supported internships. Supported internships are a means for young people to be able to work with an employer for a time-bound internship on site. So they'll get real-life experience of understanding the roles, responsibilities, the tasks, the day-to-day working of employment in a specific role. Within that internship, they're supported by a job coach, and it's a fantastic way for individuals who perhaps find traditional means of recruitment a little bit more challenging, and so they get to have all that great experience in the workplace. So for you as an organisation to support an internship is a great way to tap into a talent pool of individuals. So young people with a learning disability or autistic that perhaps just need a little bit of help to get into employment. We know nationally that there's only 5% of people with a learning disability in employment. Equally, there's only 22% of adults with autism that are in employment. However, we also know that they've got a great skill set and they have a lot to offer employers as well. So I feel that as an employer, you should reflect the community that you serve, and that we should have a really diverse, inclusive workforce that can really benefit the wider workforce as well. So by having the support internship, it allows those individuals, young people, to be able to come through and have a real experience of what employment looks like within the setting here.
I was on a supported internship here through Petrock College, and I was here 4 days a week. Monday was my study day with Petrock, and I worked in reception at Franklin. My duties consisted of bringing the post down from Franklin House and handing the post over to two different wards, Rougemont and Belvedere. I would let people in through reception, answer calls and queries. I'd write any of the queries down and personally hand them over to each of the wards. I let pharmacy through into reception. That was really important. I had quite a lot of anxiety about talking to people on the phones, but my communication skills have definitely improved since I was on my internship. So communication skills, talking to people on the telephone, emailing people. It was really friendly. I felt really included in everything, and just felt really included and equal.
The benefits to a department, if they were to take on a supported internship, would be that they would be able to diversify their workforce. There could be a training opportunity there. Where we've worked previously before, we've been able to identify reasonable adjustments and different ways of working. So being able to perhaps adapt induction processes as well. We've used it as a fantastic learning tool. So for the staff in there to be able to upskill, to understand what it means to have a learning disability, perhaps what it means to be neurodivergent as well. So when developing the support internship, one of the benefits to the team would be that you could grow your own talent, that you could have an individual that you get to develop, mentor, coach, that you'll be able to bring on within the department. They will learn all about the work that you do, and equally you can learn a lot about that individual as well. So there's huge benefits there, as opposed to the traditional just going through the interview stage and perhaps never being quite so sure of how the individual is going to settle in. By doing a time-bound internship, you'll be able to develop that person to the quality that you want them to be at. So the benefits for the young person are also in being able to access an environment that is well supported, where an employer is on side. We also have a job coach that can support alongside that employer. The benefits for the young person is that they know that they're going to be well supported. The reasonable adjustments are in place. There's a level of empathy and understanding around what it is to have a learning disability, autism, being neurodivergent as well. It also means that they can progress at a speed that is suitable for them, and there's also development opportunities. So they can progress learn new skills, access training, and have the same opportunities as you and I. So for every individual, when we look at them we have to understand the reasonable adjustments that they may need in the workplace, they will come with a document, and they can come with this document that says, this is all about me. And this talks about their skills, their aspirations, but also their support needs as well. Before they even start in the supported internship, you'll get to meet them, have a small interview, a very informal conversation about what works for them, how they feel they're best communicated with, where they need their support, and how they can best progress within the supported internship. The job coach is also there just to make sure that they can advise on the reasonable adjustments as well, and make sure that they are exactly that they are reasonable and the adjustments are able to be put into place. We all need adjustments of different kinds. So it's just getting used to the idea that you probably do adjustments already. These are just a little bit different, and we can support with that. Now, if you're concerned that you think, okay, this could cost me in terms of starting a support internship, I'm really pleased to say that there is no direct cost to you at all. So what we can do to fund the job coach and to support you with those reasonable adjustments is that we can pull down funding from Access to Work, and that they will pay for the job coach who will come in to support the young person, but also support you as the manager in that department as well, with any reasonable adjustments and getting to learn all about the young person. Equally, there's no cost for the work experience as well. So it's an absolute win-win for both parties. For the young person coming through, they get the support that they need, but equally you're supported as an employer, that it doesn't pull you away from your day-to-day work as well, but there's no additional cost within your budget. So the role of a job coach is predominantly there to support the young person in their supported internship. The idea is that they work alongside that individual, that they would also work with your managers as well to understand the roles and responsibilities, the tasks, the time frame that tasks need to be done with, and the quality standard that they need to be done to. So they will learn some of that, work alongside you and your departments, and then transfer that information and knowledge to the young person, but break it down in a way that it's very accessible for the young person. So looking at their communication style, looking at the way that those individuals learn, and often that will be through doing. The job coach can then work alongside that person and make sure they get to the correct standard they need to. The idea ultimately is that that person can then become independent. We can then start to pull away some of that support, and the young person is just there naturally working alongside you in your departments with minimal support. So when we look at different support internships, the way that we make sure that they are safe is by looking at risk assessments for the environment and for the individual, looking at any reasonable adjustments that we need to put into place, and our job coach can support you as a mentor to do that. We'll also look at the normal e-learning that an individual would do as part of their induction, and we would follow the same policies and practices for any new person coming into your department. When it comes to recruitment at the end of the support internship, no, you don't. However, of course, all that work has gone into developing a young person to work in your department. So if there was an opportunity, we would really hope that you would consider that individual to be part of your team going forward. Obviously, we've spent a lot of time and resource, and we've developed that person to give them the best opportunity they possibly can. So it may be with you, or it may be with somewhere else in the trust, or maybe external. But we would absolutely love if that person could, but there's no guarantee or commitment that you have to. So the most rewarding thing about the work that I and my teams get to do with support internships is seeing that young person blossom in an opportunity where previously they may not have had that through traditional recruitment practices. We can see that young person grow and develop alongside you in your department to take on board all the roles and responsibilities within that specific job, become part of a team, and ultimately become much more independent in their own lives. So this is a young person that is starting out on their employment. They're now being able to earn money, feel that they can contribute to society, that there's that intrinsic well-being that comes from the work that they're doing, and they're developing their own lives as well. Seeing that person progress and move forward is so rewarding. And is the reason I get out of bed in the morning. So the more that we can do that for these young individuals, and I then can see that they'd be a real strength and a benefit to you within your own departments, is absolutely everything to me. So if you're interested in hosting a young person for a support internship, you can make contact with the widening participation team at the DPT Careers Hub, and we would really welcome hearing from you.